Hello, art students. Today we're going to be learning a little bit about color. So we're going to do a color wheel just like this, and you will need a piece of paper, some scissors, and coloring tools. So let's get started with just a piece of paper. You're going to go ahead and fold it in half, making sure you line up the edges, and then crease with one finger starting at the middle, working towards the edges. You're going to keep it folded and then fold it again in half, making sure you line it up before you crease it. So I'm lining it up, then I'm going to crease the edge. Alright, so show me your work. Okay, put your paper back down and have the long edge and the short edge facing just like this. Now, the bottom where it's folded, you put two fingers and make a little line. Now show me what it looks like. From your little line, you'll make a curved line and show me that before we do the next step. Next step, you grab some scissors and cut along that line, okay? So I'm gonna make sure I hold the paper down firmly with one hand and cut right on top of that line with all the papers together. Now I'm gonna open it up and see that I have a circle. Next, we're gonna make a dashed line at the top and the bottom. Turn it, make a dash before the fold and after the fold, not on the fold. Okay, turn it over to the other side, do the same thing, not on the fold, but we're gonna make a dash and another dash. Show me your dashes before we move on. Okay, so we're gonna draw our trees. Our trees are going to touch one another. They're gonna have some spikes and they're gonna start from dashes. So I pull from the dash, touch the other tree, and make some spikes and go back down. So here we go, drawing from the dash, then I'm gonna make a spike and touch the tree, and then go back over to the bottom where I started. Here we go again. I'm gonna touch both trees now because this is my last tree. There you see I touch both trees and then go back down. So it is touching both trees. All of your trees should be touching. Go ahead and show me your circle and all the trees that touch. Now we're going to grab our coloring tools. We're going to place them in the rainbow order before we color around our circle. So this is the correct rainbow order. Once I have it, I'm going to start coloring. So here I speeded it up just a little bit and I color every section within the rainbow order. Okay? If you have any questions about the rainbow order, please ask before you color it. There's only one order that the rainbow can be in, and that is this order. Now I'm finishing up my rainbow with the red. Once I am finished, I will take my black coloring tool, whatever we choose, maybe it's crayons, colored pencils, or markers, and I'm going to color the center, the space that is left open from all the trees touching. Okay, so I'm going to color this in black. I am just finishing up my black section. Once I'm done, go ahead and show me how far you've gotten. Now let's grab our brown marker. Our brown marker is going to be for patterns in our tree. I know you guys know how to do patterns. We've been doing patterns for the last 2 weeks. So be creative with your patterns. Come up with something you haven't done yet, okay? Once you do your pattern, go ahead and outline the tree. And now we're going to repeat this throughout every single tree. Try to do different patterns in every tree. So I'm finishing up my last tree with an outline. Once I'm finished with every tree outlined, I'm going to show my teacher my work, and I'm going to grab my 2 colors that are opposite from each other on the coloring wheel. So we're going to grab red and green, and we are going to make a pattern across from it. So across from red was green. I'm going to just make some swirls in here. And notice that my crayon doesn't really show up green, right? It doesn't show up green because it is a complementary color. It is the opposite of its color across the coloring wheel. Okay? So go ahead and repeat this with every color that's across from the coloring wheel. So after I use my green, I'll take my red crayon and I will use it on the green because the red and green are across from each other. Again, if you have any questions with what color goes where, please ask. So this is my last section. I am using yellow as my complementary color for my purple. Once I am done, I'm going to write my name on the back of it, and I may turn that into my Schoology account. Okay? I hope you guys learned a lot about color.